and welcome everyone to our latest presentation on basic biostatistics. Today's topic is sampling and the sources of error in sampling. So coming first to census. Census is the sampling of the whole of the population. So would it not be just better to sample everyone? It should be the best method. But the problem is it's time consuming. Everyone may not be of our interest in the population. Tracking all of the patients would be very difficult. And population is rarely stationary. It varies and people come in and go out. So what we need is an exploratory analysis. It is like tasting your soup and knowing how it is. So you need a sample from the soup. So the sample has to be a representative sample. And based on the analysis of the sample, we must be able to know whether the soup is right or not, which means that we draw an inference regarding the whole of the population, which means that the sample helps us in knowing about the total population and makes us a decision. So let's see what are some sampling biases which can happen. The most common sampling bias is convenience sampling. It means that I try to do a survey among the people who I know, so who are close to me, and it is convenient for me to do a research on them. The next problem that I can face is non-response. Everyone may not respond or answer to my questions, thus my study may not be representative. The next is voluntary sampling, which means people with strong opinion come to me for taking part in the study. So Literary Digest in 1936 did a presidential poll in which they told that Langdon is going to win by 65% of the votes. But in the end, it is the Roosevelt who won with 60% vote. This is because of improper sampling, which means that the sampling wasn't a representative of the population. So let's look at the different methods of randomization or sampling, that is simple random sampling. Simple random sampling means each case is equally likely to get selected in the study. The next is stratified sampling. In this, the population is divided into homogeneous stratas and random sample is taken from each strata. Next is cluster sampling. Here the population is divided into various clusters and randomly clusters are taken. The last is multi-stage sampling, in which the population is divided into clusters and individuals are randomly selected from each cluster. Thank you for your patience. We will be back with more videos on biostatistics.